Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, they volunteered to take the stuff out of the old dorm, but someone has decided to take them out. Tonight's movie, The Dorm That Dripped Blood.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Nightmare Baby Circus. Tonight episode number 6. Episode number 6 on this murder train of mayhem, coming off of last night's interesting Asian horror spectacular Cinderella. It's time to go back to the 80s to a horror movie that has a bit of cult status. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is what happens when you have to just do this on the fly, people. Anyways, a movie called The Dorm That Dripped Blood. It's also been called Pranks, yet the name Pranks is a bad name for this movie, and I will tell you later, a little bit spoilerish. But let's get on to it. So what is Pranks about? Well, Pranks is about a group of college students who are staying over Christmas break because there are some dorm buildings that are going to get demolished, and they volunteered to help clean out the stuff, clear it all out to get ready for the demolition. But someone is stalking them and killing them one by one. Yes, who? And who is it going to be? Is it going to be the creepy guy who keeps showing around all the time? Is it gonna be a disgruntled parent? Maybe it's the handyman, I don't know, but we'll find out when you watch it. Anyways, let's get to those scores. Violence and gore, I am gonna give this a 2.5 out of 5. Look, there is a bit of blood. There is a bit of blood in this movie. However, much of the violence and the death just conveniently happens right out of frame. Yes, the camera just will pull away. Honestly, it starts off with a rather gruesome hand knifing, and then it's like they spent all their budget on that shot, and then they couldn't really do much of anything else. So everything mostly happens right off frame. I don't know. Perhaps they were afraid of MPAA ratings coming down hard upon them. I don't know, but compared to other slashers of the era, it feels quite tame, and honestly, the kills feel quite mundane and pedestrian, so you don't really get a lot of impact from that violence. So 2.5 out of 5. Shock value, 1 out of 5. There are a couple attempts at jump scares in this movie, but honestly, not much is going on. This movie definitely has some problems in the pacing category, but that's coming later. But shock value, 1 out of 5. Plot, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 just because of the ending. The ending is honestly the best part of this movie. Everything else coming to that is just a slog. It's a slog. It's slow. It meanders. It doesn't do a good job of building up tension. The basic plot, yeah, okay, they've got to do all this work, but you don't see them doing much of any work, honestly. And the movie flows really weird, and it attempts to do the whole red herring thing, but it just doesn't, it seems very obvious. The twist at the end seems very obvious. You saw it coming, especially with what I'll discuss later. But yeah, 2 out of 5, though the ending is great. The ending is a great ending. It's a ballsy ending. It is an ending that maybe makes the journey worth it. But anyways, 2 out of 5. Acting, 2.5 out of 5. Very average 80s acting with some uneven performances, some really questionable things, and some alright things. I'm just going to give it an average 2.5 out of 5. Nudity, 1 out of 5. There is a scene where a woman is trying to entice a guy back into bed, but he wants to go out and clear his thoughts, and so she just decides to drop her top and say, hey, no, come back to bed with me, and, no, guy isn't having it. Anyways, 1 out of 5. It's there for a period of time. Anyways, enjoyment factor, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 for the pure fact that I really enjoyed the ending. The ending is the strongest part of this movie. I like what they did. I like how they got it to like go that way. Though it did take some characters being stupid, but I appreciate the ending, and I'm gonna give them some points for that. It definitely made me enjoy the experience a whole lot better. I was ready to basically destroy this film until the ending, which was very redeeming. So 3 out of 5 for my enjoyment factor. Overall impression, though, is a 2 out of 5. It is such a slow, boring watch up to that point. And it's just hard for me to think anyone is going to try to really put up with the garbage that's happening before you get to it. There's really just no charm in this movie. The characters really have not much personality. And in the end, the movie itself is just pretty bad. So that averages out to 2 out of 5, which it really deserves. So overall impression is a 2 out of 5. The average score is 2 out of 5. And yeah, that's it. Now, what I'm going to talk about is spoilers. So if you do want to watch this movie and you want to be pleasantly surprised by the ending, just stop watching now. Don't forget to like, favorite, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys later. But for everyone who's staying, look. So the ending is, it's the alternate title for this movie is called Pranks. And the killer is one of the students who is always pranking everyone throughout the movie. Therefore, Pranks is a spoiler of a name. I'm glad that the dorm that dripped blood is now its official title. Because just, when you have a title that kind of spoils the twist, it's bad. And it really, having that in the back of my mind, I just went, they're setting it up so that this guy's the killer, isn't it? And it was very obvious from about, 3/4 of the way into the film that's probably the direction they were going to go. And that was disappointing. The fact, though, that was really good about this was that the killer gets away. The killer just happens to just be in the situation where he can pin it all on one guy and gets away. Unfortunately, the problem with that, though, it's a gigantic plot problem, though. Look, I enjoy the fact that they ended on everyone getting pissed off that the guy's going to get away with it. But in reality, he's not going to get away with it because, the police may be inept, but when they investigate the murders and they talk to people and they'll talk to the floozy that wanted the guy to stay with him or with her, they're going to find out that half of the killings happened while he was with her, and therefore impossible for him to kill those other people. I mean, the whole story kind of falls apart about that. Anyways, I just thought I wanted to add that to the review, just because I was thinking about it and going, yeah, that would end it all. He's not going to get away with it. But as the movie ends, and the thought is he gets away with it, and I thought that was pretty neat. The end scene where he's shoving the final girl into the furnace, and the cops are talking about, yeah, we got the guy good, yep, this guy's not going to do any more. And there's the smoke is just billowing out, and he's like, oh, that stinks. You know, I'm like, kudos. Bravo on that. Anyway, so that's all I have to say about that. Anyways, what did you think? The dorm that dripped blood. Do you agree with me? Leave a comment in the comment section. And don't forget all that other stuff that I said before. Anyways, I am Zankoku. Thank you for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And I will be back next time. See you next time. And stay scary, internet. And remember, if you're going to be part of a volunteer squad to clear out an abandoned dormitory, maybe 5 people is not enough. Especially when one's a psycho killer. Anyways. Burp.